This is Quid Pro Roll, a fantasy narrative play where adventurers explore the brave new world of Virion and uncover the mysteries buried by time.
Are you certain about this, Oscar?
Just the last part during the fight. What came out.
Yes.
Oscar will point at the armor. When we fought the Wohag and we slew it, during the fight, I don't know how it happened, but she, or maybe an echo of her, was pulled from it, and she helped us. She helped us fight it. I just wanted you to know that whatever was left of her that was in pain, that was trapped there, it's free now.
She's gonna kind of look puzzled for a minute and then sort of look down at her feet. She's gonna scratch the back of her head. Vistero. Thanks for telling me. And then she's gonna turn and go back up the stairs. Sort of an unreadable expression on her face.
Sorry, I didn't want to. I didn't want to spring that on her on the road. I don't think that would be right, even though I personally don't have the greatest impression of her.
No, I think you did the right thing.
You've offered her kindness.
The three of you are now standing in the storeroom alone.
Shall we go and get ourselves cleaned up? Well, myself cleaned up, I guess. And then return to our cage for the night?
I have one more revelation to impart. Now that we are alone, I've been trying to get the nerve up for a few days now, and it has failed me each time. Oscar will kind of pulse his second sight, double checking that there aren't any sort of like arcane listening devices or anything like that in the area.
Not only do you feel no arcane listening devices, you can't feel the presence of anything even remotely arcane around this area. You might be able to feel a couple of twinges of maybe there's something magical in some of the treasure that the bandits have looted, but there is nothing. Nobody in this area seems to have any magical capacity. There doesn't seem to be any magical items, rituals, spaces, nothing. You are in, for all intents and purposes, a dead zone.
Hell yeah. No cell reception.
No cell reception.
When we were in the temple, I went to the altar. The main one with the statue on it, and I opened myself to the space, and God, how do I even say this? I was pulled into another world, another place, an endless desert at night underneath a massive moon devouring the sky. And she was, and the moon goddess And Oscar will kind of visibly pale, trying to get these words out. The moon goddess was there, fully manifested, and looking at me, staring at me, smiling at me, and I could feel a dread in my stomach. Whatever this is, whatever is happening out there, her hand is deeply involved in it. I have seen it in the portents leading up to that moment. But that confirmed it for me.
You seem very troubled by this.
She is the embodiment of all evil in the world. I don't know how else I should react to this.
One of Drolsna's eyebrows shoots all the way up. Is that truly how you perceive her?
Oscar cocks his head and eyes kind of narrow at Drolsna, like, what do you mean? It is basic dogma for the Church of the Sun across all nations. She is the root of all evil, the origin of madness and monsters.
Both of Drolsna's eyes narrow significantly at the mention of the Church of the Sun. Well, of course, they would tell you that someone who would bring magic and creatures of the night, creatures not so unlike your and myself. Of course, the Church of the Sun would think that that is a source of great evil and horrid wretchedness.
Do you disagree?
Do I disagree that the Lady of Majestic Moonlight, she of darkest night and brightest light amongst the trees, she who bestowed magic upon this world, do I think that she is purely evil? The same woman who provides sight to the Sibyls of my land. No, I do not believe she is evil. But like a great many things, I do believe that if you drink of her well too deeply, you will find yourself poisoned. And it is this that places like the Church of the Sun find to be so abhorrent. Despite the fact that water consumed in enough quantity can be a poison.
I want to check in real quick on Vera because Jenna's face looks like mommy and daddy are fighting.
Yeah. Oscar's definitely looking at Vera.
Vera is just like leaned back with her hand over her mouth like, ooh.
Vera?
Oh, no.
Back me up. Vera?
Neutral.
What do you mean, neutral?
Listen, I've seen sun worshippers and moon worshippers do terrible things. I've seen sun worshippers and moon worshippers do very good things. I am neutral in this aspect. Don't bring me into it.
Vera is right. I have seen good moon worshippers. The wizards of the land. They I trust. They know what they are doing. I understand that not all her gifts are evil. But she herself? The monomyth. The origin of all things, it tells us. From her sprung all sin. I cannot disregard what, I guess, 90% of all cultures now that we know of says the truth.
There is a glint to Drolsna's eye, and he bares his fangs as he says, "You were the one who told me that I am a good man.
Yes.
Many would see me as an abomination, something to be scourged from this world. Some would even argue that 90% of most cultures would see things that way."
Oscar stops himself from saying something, takes a step back, pulls himself up, like really arches his back upwards, his hands sort of laid across his stomach in a very patricianly manner. Drolsna, did you ask to become what you are? Or like me, did you not have much of a choice?
Drolsna takes a deep inhale and clicks his tongue as he slowly opens his mouth. I did not ask for the circumstances of my birth. I did not ask for the parents I received, nor did I ask for the geographic location in which I found myself as a child. I did ask to be of the greatest possible service to my country.
Okay, so let's all go and find something really amazing about the bandit camp. What do you think? We'll reconvene in the morning and tell each other what we all found that was just really cool. How do you feel about that?
Fine.
Vera gets a fate point.
Fine. We will go. We can talk about this with cooler heads later. But, Drolsna, you are a good man. Despite everything that you do, I know you choose to be a good man. And you know that I do too.
Drolsna puts a hand on Oscar's shoulder and looks him right in the eyes and says, "And you are a good man as well."
Vera comes up behind them and scoots herself underneath each of their arms and is like, we're all good men. Let's go. Come on, boys. And then she surges ahead and grabs their hands as she's walking up the stairs.
As Drolsna's being pulled up the stairs, he's like, correct me if I'm wrong, you're a good woman, I believe?
It doesn't matter who's a woman, who's a man. We can all be good men today.
No, Drolsna, you heard the bandits. This is a lady. It's very different.
I'm never going to live that one down, am I?
Nope.
The three of you head back the way you came, careful to put the bookshelf back where it was, and find yourselves back in your space with a comfortable bed and a hot meal. And you're able to rest. A dreamless sleep taking over you for the night. The morning is going to come and the bandit camp is surprisingly quiet. You can hear the sounds of people there, but it's not the raucous, insane body intensity that it has been. There's I don't want to say somberness to the area, but it's a more contemplative kind of atmosphere than you're used to this place having.
Diego?
You're going to hear shuffling, and then one of the guards is going to come by. Mr. Diego is out with Lady Calienne. Can I be helpful? Yes.
Oh, well, I mean, it's morning, yes?
Yes. Lady Calienne has gotten her stuff together. She said to meet her in the main room, and then Lord Diego will be watching over us while Lady Calienne takes you on her errand.
Why are we yelling this early in the morning?
I'm confused because, I mean, well, this young man has said that Calienne is waiting for us, but the door is still locked.
Oh, that's sorry. I can, and you hear fumbling as he like goes for the key ring, and he like picks up a key, puts it in the lock, turns it won't turn, goes, finds the next key, puts it in the lock, turns it doesn't turn, finds it, shuffles it, and he tries like 2 or 3 more keys before finally like clicking it open and opening the lock.
Oscar's looking back at Vera, like trying not to giggle his like absolute headish.
Vera has her head slightly cocked and she's like, how many rooms are you in charge of?
This many, and he holds up the ring of keys.
Vera pats him on the head. Well, that is a lad of great importance.
Thank you, ma'am. And he blushes all the way to his ears.
How much are you getting paid for all that? It's a lot of responsibility.
Well, I'm just filling in while some of the others are out on, missions. Yes, missions was what I was told to say.
We know what you do here. It's okay.
Raids. They're off on raids. And muggings. There's a couple of scheduled muggings.
How do you schedule a mugging?
Well, you gotta know when the merchants are gonna go through the trade route.
Also, it's like a week-long thing. They have a quota. That's generally how we do things. It's a quota system.
Is it busier at the end of the month?
It is.
There's also sometimes bandits will wander their way into towns, and townsfolk will be afraid to send them away because you don't want to anger the bandit camp and then get raided. And while they're there, they'll stop in at a tavern, they'll pick a few pockets, they might cut someone's throat if they get a little too uppity. It's all rather routine.
He pales. I haven't done any throat cutting.
No?
And you don't have to.
Thank you, miss.
That seems wildly inconsistent. They give you all the responsibility of all these keys and all these people, but they don't give you the responsibility of cutting a throat. Not that I want you to, I'm just saying, the proper compensation. Proper alignment of duties.
Don't worry, young man. When that time comes, it's much easier than you think. It's also much messier than you think.
Ooh, it's so messy.
He pales. Oh.
Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day. We're gonna go now. And she opens the door.
Yes, ma'am. He's gonna step aside and hold his spear tightly to his body as the 3 of you walk out the cell.
Can you make sure that there's something to eat ready on some kind of tray or something when we leave this meeting with the Bandit Queen?
That would not be my role, sir, but I can see about finding you some hardtack and jerky.
If you could just ask after whoever's job that is. We do have a long road ahead of us.
He nods, and the 3 of you travel on towards the great hall that still smells incredibly metallic. You see Calienne standing there in her leathers, armed, with a small pack. She and Diego are both holding each other's arms, their hand on each other's shoulders in sort of what appears to be an official sort of gesture. They both nod at each other and Callien turns. I thought you'd be ready to go by now.
Vera's gonna look side to side and be like, we are?
Oh, okay. I mean,
Yeah.
Bitey Boy over here looks a little dead, but
He just needs a Drosna snack.
I mean, I could probably find somebody that's not gone bad yet.
Drolsna's face scrunches up in disgust. No, thank you. I appreciate the gesture.
Oscar will hand him one of the sausages.
Though I will say, the atmosphere does have me thinking of home.
You, have a sand problem at your place?
No, not actually quite the opposite.
Absence of sand. Got it.
Lots of mud. Murky, fetid waters.
Yeah, that explains a lot.
Insects like you wouldn't believe.
That explains even more.
We should go.
Sounds like it. Diego, are you going to be okay? Yes, yeah, no, I'll be fine. You are coming back, right? Of course I'm coming back. I'm coming back once I get them well on their way. I don't think they're going to want me to come the whole way with them. Okay. So like if you had to estimate, you'll be fine. Yes, cool. All right. Yes. You guys, be safe, do well, and please do not get Lady Callien killed.
All right, Diego, one last thing. I would be helpful in not getting her killed if I did have one of those swords.
Yes, Lady Callien mentioned you wanted one. And did you tell her what you did? I didn't think she'd ask this early. I have hidden them, so Lady Callien cannot find them.
That was rude. I will be back.
I am in very much trouble, yes.
She just she points at her eyes, points at Diego's eyes, points back at her eyes, points back at Diego's eyes. Ooh, you're in trouble.
Diego sort of shuffles around in an attempt to conceal that he swallowed nervously when Callien is going to lead you back through the halls that she led you through before. The storeroom that you were in before, she walks to the back of it and presses in one of the rocks on the back wall, causing the entire wall to shift, revealing a huge staircase down into a dark chasm. She's going to light a torch and gesture towards the stairs. After you.
Oh, very nice.
A long, cavernous path, not dissimilar to the one you first encountered, but this time you have the benefit of being a little more prepared. It sort of yawns out into, when combined with the darkness, what looks like a toothy infinity. You can hear quiet dripping in the distance. And every once in a while, a scuttling, shifting, moving sound. The only light is coming from the torches that you bear. And Callien has taken her place at the front of the group, guiding you. So, I imagine you have questions after what you saw. Now's probably the time.
As the group has proceeded into this cavernous space, Drolsna has kind of drifted toward the back of the group very slowly and keeps watching the ceiling.
I think we have not so many questions as requests.
I mean, I'm already taking you up to this point. I don't know what more I can do for you.
So the Wohag is dead.
Yep.
The land is healing.
Probably.
And there are a lot of displaced people back in Ravona.
You want to take the people of Marcia and transplant them.
Yes, but bit of a hiccup. The whole cultist thing underneath your old house.
I'm assuming you mean the weird abandoned temple thing.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea what it is.
With the turtle.
No idea what it is.
Okay, that doesn't help.
Look, my father was researching it, but I don't know anything about it. And anything that was there's long been since destroyed. Father burned a lot of the research notes.
Why did he do that?
He didn't know who was going after the village, so he didn't want it getting into the wrong hands.
Fair enough.
And, where is your dad now?
Dead. He got killed in the bandit raid.
Great. Awesome.
I think he was part of the Wohag, actually.
Most of the people who died in that town are probably part of the Wohag. Or were, anyway. Okay, I'm seeing where this is going, and let me stop you right there. My father's research had nothing to do with the town being burned.
No. That's not where we were going at all.
That might have been
No,
where I was going.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
where
I
you were
hadn't
going?
made that connection.
Oh.
Weird.
What? I mean, okay, well, I mean, we're on this train of thought now, so why?
Yeah.
Until a couple years ago, my home had a bad bandit problem. It got called the cut purse capital for a while, and you couldn't travel without coin flip's chance of losing everything that you had. Towns were raided, people were killed, places were burned to the ground, much like my town was. She kind of pauses for a moment.
Drolsna sucks on his teeth and goes, "Yes, and trade routes may have been interrupted at one point."
My Hona bandits were dangerous. Were. They didn't have any plan, they didn't have any goal, they didn't have any organization. They just were a natural disaster.
Why were there bandits?
Vera's gonna look at Asuka and be like, there are always bandits.
Okay, but yes, there are always bandits, but like this is a lot of bandits. I feel like there's a good reason.
Maihon is a nation where you either succeed or you don't. And if you don't, that can make some people desperate.
So it was a particularly bad time for the common man.
I guess you could say that. I don't know. I didn't travel much before. I lived with my father after my mom passed, and everything was fine until the bandits came.
So, look, I'm going to be a little more direct with you, just because it's been a couple of years at this point, I assume, and you've kind of, scarred over the memory, it seems. And you're a tough woman, you can handle that. Who was your dad? Why was he out in the middle of nowhere looking at cultist ruins and having long lists of notes? Your average farmer is not going to do that. They're going to be like, oh, that's weird, and then they're going to never think about it again.
He wasn't a farmer. He was like a wizard or something.
Okay.
He liked my mom. My mom lived in the town she did. He moved.
And then he just happened to find? Underneath your mom's house? He just happened to find...
That was not a family house. It was built there. After my father found it. He stumbled across it doing some kind of research. I don't know what. It was some kind of... I think my dad might have been a god hunter. I don't know for sure. But he was doing something and then found what you found and built our house on top of it so he had better access to research it. I don't know anything about what that place was or what it was doing.
I can only imagine how excited he was to find relics of what appeared to be deific beings that were not in current vogue. Not just one, but 7. 7 possible new gods.
I always just sort of assumed that they were forms of the gods we have.
Ooh.
I mean, everybody talks about how the gods we know them as are the guises they take so that we don't die when we see them. So I just sort of assumed that it was the primeval gods in, you know, more of a less person-y form.
There is a certain sense to that. Although I suspect that that is not actually the case.
You look at me like I'm a bandit.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about that because, like, okay, you took what happened to you and you said, no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take their thing and I'm going to make it awesome. That's pretty cool.
That's nice of you. I'm harsh and I'm scary because I have made it so that no bandits operate outside of my control. They don't raid towns anymore. They don't go after poor people or children. They go after wealthy merchants, most of whom have it coming to begin with, and places that are not going to miss stuff. There is no way to stop banditry. There's no way to stop this destruction or people who are driven by violence and greed. But what you can do is make it scary enough that they don't cause the most harm.
Well, or if it being scary doesn't work, you can always kill a half dozen to a dozen of them in a sort of public display of brutality that really puts everyone else back in line.
You didn't notice that that's what was happening when you guys came by earlier?
That's precisely what I was commenting on.
Okay. I thought you were giving me advice on banditry, and you, she kind of like looks you up and down. Are a little not bandity enough to be giving me that kind of advice.
I was complimenting your initiative. Some people don't take direction. They need dealing with. You dealt with them.
Vera is going to reach into her bag very stealthily, and she's going to pull something out, and then she's going to turn around like she's going to talk to Drosna, and she's going to be like, well, but you see, and then she's going to like fake trip, and place a little flower like in his lapel, and then, oh, sorry, you guys go on. I've got to tie my shoe. And she's going to bend down to tie her shoe and just kind of get in the back of the pack here.
Boots don't have lacing.
Shh. Doesn't matter.
Vera, what do you mean you're going to tie her?
Shut up.
You're the only one here that can't see in the dark.
Asuka, help me, because I can't see in the dark.
Asuka will pull some flame from the torch and like hold it in his hand.
I don't need the light. Stop it.
And he'll dim it confusedly. While Kellyanne and Drolsna move ahead.
Should we wait for your friends?
They're quick. They'll catch up.
I'm more worried about them falling. She's going to hold out the torch and illuminate that there is a steep 60-foot drop-off just off of the path you guys are on.
Drolsna's whole demeanor just drops. Not off the edge, just, emotionally.
He emotionally throws himself off the 60-foot drop.
And he goes, "Oh, I hadn't quite realized the extent to which these caverns go down. I admittedly have not been looking at where my feet are going quite so closely."
You hear a pack of bats begin to squeak and flutter ahead.
That actually brightens Drolsna up a little bit as he looks to see where they're at and or going.
You've been looking up. What are you? Those stalactites have been up there for a while. I don't think they're going to fall.
It's not strictly logical. Let's just say ceilings can make me a little bit nervous.
She looks up at the ceiling and then looks back at Drolsna and then looks back at the ceiling. Okay, far be it from me to judge somebody else's fears.
You had mentioned that there's a reason for all of these extensive cave systems underneath my home.
Well, call it more of a theory than anything. But you know how there have been all of this awful, horrible stuff, like what happened to Marcia? It's been happening in a lot of places around my home.
Rocks suddenly emerging and piercing through the ground and shooting up into the sky.
And earthquakes and sinkholes, and all of a sudden the earth just opening and swallowing people.
As she says all of these things, Drolston is just like shrinking bit by bit into himself.
I don't know that that's just not some kind of weird flux in how the earth normally works around here.
As in, you suspect something else? Or as in, you think that sort of occurrence is what led to these caves being here in the first place?
That one.
It'd certainly make a deal of sense.
I don't believe in all of that end of days stuff that some folk are yelling about. I don't know. I guess I don't have a concept of nothing, and I'm not smart enough to try and wrap my head around it. But as far as I know, there's always been something. And if things are the way they are now, then they've probably been that way before. So, ipso facto, big caves. Lots of them.
You may be very well onto something with that. Though, I am concerned that things are likely to get worse before they start getting better.
Well, as long as there's no earthquake while we're down here, there should be— Oh my god!
Drolsna is like on the floor, just like staring wide-eyed at the ceiling.
Sorry, that was mean. She's gonna offer her hand to help him up.
He's twitchy and nervous and looking around a lot before he finally...
Look, you got your mousy friend. He's a wizard, right?
Yes?
He could probably keep us from dying if something happened.
Drolsna accepts the hand up. I'm not fully convinced that if push came to shove, that I could expect that much out of any wizard. That's kind of a big ask to keep an entire cave structure from collapsing on top of someone and make it so that they can escape back out into open sky.
She shrugs. I don't understand anything about magic, so you could be right.
Well,
is your friend okay? She's been tying her laceless shoe for a while.
Drolsna stops and looks back at the two of them. Are they like fully, like they haven't moved since Vera stopped to tie her shoe?
I definitely
No, I think that... No, go.
I definitely think you turn back and in time to see Asuka like sneeze and look around as if someone's been talking about him.
Yeah, and Vera's just like there, right behind Asuka's shoulder, just like staring at you guys.
But how far back are you guys? Like,
Not close. We're not close, but like we could see you.
Like 60 foot.
She absolutely saw Drolsna
Yeah.
hit the floor panicking.
Like we're not dropping eaves, but we can see you.
You're not dropping eaves, but we are in fact picking up atoms.
I mean, as we move through any space, don't we pick up and leave behind certain atomic elements?
Boo, hiss, tomato, tomato, tomato.
Did they kiss yet?
No, I haven't seen it.
Has the smooshing happened?
No, he fell down. I was hoping that maybe that would lead to something.
He's really bombing this.
I don't know what they're doing. It's possible they're conspiring. Likely against me.
Yeah, probably against you.
I gave him the flower. You don't think he's noticed it, right?
Hey, you would have to. He has an amazing nose.
I know, that's what I thought.
Asuka, Vera, as you guys are talking about this, you hear this sort of strange bubbling sound. Like a small animal is blowing bubbles in mud.
May I use investigate to find the source?
You are welcome to do so.
Ah, cheerio. Bolly! Wondrous roll.
I'm sorry, if Asuka dies, is your next character Teddy Roosevelt?
Is now, yeah. That is a 4.
You're going to be able to see right by one of the stalagmites near you is a small basin of water that's maybe like 2 feet wide. You can see a couple of things flopping around in the very, very shallow water.
What are these things, DM?
As you get closer, they all turn and look at you in unison and continue making that little blubbing noise. They are cute, actually. They don't quite have the kind of glazed over eyes you expect from cave creatures. They look at you with clear seeing you. They have these big wide mouths and these sort of pug-like faces. Imagine mud skippers, but with the face of pugs. And you've got kind of a close idea of what these things are called.
Pug skippers.
And they're the size of a mud skipper?
Yes.
Mud skip pugs.
They're called pupfish.
Ah,
Aww.
little guys. Well, didn't mean to disturb you, little friends.
As you guys are like kind of like oh, that was scary. Oh, look at those cute little things. You can hear echoing through the cave walls a song. A light, ethereal song being sung by a woman.
Quid Pro Roll is an independent narrative play podcast supported by Richmond Comix and listeners like you. Our audio editing and sound design is provided by Scott Moore. Our soundtrack design is by Scott Moore and Gabriel Perez. Our GM and world builder is Alex Smith. Asuka is played by Luke Davis. Vera is played by Jenna Garrett. Drolsna is played by me, Josh Maltby. Links to our cast and crew's socials, as well as our Patreon page, can be found in our show notes. Thank you for listening to the end, and go out there and bring the action.